Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the podcast. I'm Steven Rogers.
I'm Andrew Chavone, everybody. Hello. I'm coming at you with an allergy attack. It really feels like, in a burp. I mean, it feels like I'm... It feels like it's assaulting me. I'm being assaulted by an army of pollen in my mouth and... Talking about seeds. I can't breathe.
Oh, man. Are you all right?
I took an allergy pill. It's useless now.
You're all phlegmed up right now.
I'm phlegmy. Plus, I had pizza. I feel like that may be the lactose.
Oh, yeah. A lot of dairy, and sauce.
Yeah, sauce, crust, flour.
Pretty much everything people say they should cut back on, all in one dish.
Seriously, yeah. Just carbs.
Let's see. I'll have acid, lactose, and carbs, please.
Carbs. Any fiber? No. It's minimally processed this.
Excuse me. What? Do you have a slice of anything that would be horrible for a podcast?
Yeah.
I got just the thing.
I think I'm going to power through with the help of black raspberry.
Black raspberry. It's pretty great. Oh, yeah, raz, like razzmatazz.
Yeah. I think they do it for legal purposes because I don't know if there's a raspberry that's black, but...
No, I thought that was them saying that we combined two flavors.
Which is what?
Blackberry and raspberry.
Ooh, that's a good point. Okay.
Because it looks like two blackberries.
You know what? You're a genius. This has been puzzling me. It's been puzzling me for a while.
Yeah, it's like a Riddler.
It is. Yeah, a bat with wings. I wonder what that is.
Well, we have a couple things to address up top. One, you have a trimmed beard that I think looks good.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, so what happened was I got like one of those nights where I occasionally I get like 3 hours of sleep. I can't fall asleep, and then I'm like, you know what, me? If you wanna get nuts, let's get nuts. Let's just stay up and be super tired. You know, kind of like give up on falling asleep around like 3 or 4.
Uh-huh.
I ended up passing out at like 6. But that day, I noticed my beard was all askew. So I'm like, all right, let me try to trim this up. Immediately, the buzzer goes too far, big chunk of beard out. And I go, oh, God. And I thought maybe I could play this off like a design or something.
Right,
but
right.
No, I had to trim it all off.
It looked like when a pet gets surgery and they had to shave its fur in one spot.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, because just one little patch. It looked like I was having some issues. So then now my hair looks like super long without the beard.
I don't think it looks super long.
Oh.
I think people can still go judge the distance from your head to the top of the hair.
I feel like my hair is out of control now.
No.
I need the beard to like have gravity to pull it down or something.
Yeah, you want your head to have the same length on both ends.
Yeah. It's like I could sit on my arms or whatever. What is it called? I could sit on my head. What does he mean? Stand on? Like what happens when you stand on your hands?
Handstand.
Handstand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to do a handstand and have nothing change. Except for the eyes and the mouth. That's my own personal preference.
Well, I think you look good.
Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, I feel like I literally it's like a mask, you know?
Yeah.
You know, I'm like Mike Myers in costume. I feel like with the beard. Without the beard, I feel like Mike Myers in an interview. I'm less funny, you know. Kanye West is next to me saying inappropriate things.
What is that from?
When he did that fundraiser with Kanye West, and Kanye West said George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Oh, I don't remember this.
And Mike Myers just didn't say anything. He just looked confused and scared.
Man,
they were doing a fundraiser for Katrina.
You think Mike Myers would yes and out of that?
I know. I think he can only when he's in character.
Right.
When he's
he started doing Shrek.
Yeah, he's like, hold on, Kanye. He comes out.
I don't know about that. I can't do.
What is that one?
I don't know.
Is that in French?
Yeah.
Hello, Kanye.
Oh.
I could be one of his characters are all accents.
Yeah, that's true.
He walks out. Get in my belly.
Stop saying this stuff.
Kanye is live TV.
Well, you look good. I think. Has anyone else seen your face?
No, this just happened. So
This happened last night.
Oh, you know what? I did do a show. This happened before the show, so they got to see it.
Nobody said anything.
I thought maybe I would perform worse without the mask of the beard,
Right.
but it was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was one of those sets where all the comics were like, "Whoa."
Wow. You had less drag.
I think I was more aerodynamic. And I felt like maybe I didn't get overheated as much because of the beard. So maybe a lot of things going on.
I always said that you would be funnier if you had less chin sweat.
That must be it. That's distracting for the audience.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well,
Thanks for noticing. Yeah.
of course.
Now I have to get a haircut. Now I got to even out everything.
I-
I don't want to do it myself. I mean, obviously, I can't trim a beard.
I think you look great with your hair the length it is. But if you get your hair the same length as your beard, you're going to have a buzz cut.
Yeah, I never had that one of those. Even in the Army, Army ROTC, I kept it long and they yelled at me. Couldn't have a buzz cut.
I thought the hair would be the only thing you nailed that over there.
Nope. It's absolute zero. 0 for 0.
Zero dark 30? I couldn't think of it. Just saying the regular thing.
No, I was always like lagging behind with the run. It was like Full Metal Jacket. I was Vincent D'Onofrio's character.
Mm-hmm.
But one time we went to the shooting range and I hit the bullseye with the gun.
Whoa.
And the sergeant came over and was like, "Damn, Stone Cold Chavone."
Wow.
I was like, whoa.
Great nickname.
I was like, this is all that matters. Why are we running around in circles? I mean,
Cardio.
You could be a 5,000-pound guy as long as you can shoot well. Just have a helicopter lower this fat guy in the battle. Why am I like having to do
It's like
a 2-minute?
dropping a turret. Instead, it's just the guy that can't move.
Yeah, he just stays in place and rotates his
Yeah.
fat body.
And he makes us, you know how a turret goes, when it turns, he goes, ugh.
And then like he's like, I need a reload, and instead of bullets, they drop Taco Bell and donuts. He's like, thanks.
You would be a great turret.
I would just drop it. I don't have to run or anything.
Keep dropping Colbert Green Room snacks.
Yeah. like Fig Newton comes down with a parachute.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes. Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny.
Well, we got a big story to open up with.
Yes.
You and me talk about anxiety field trip.
Oh,
This is like, you know,
and food.
anxiety out in the open, and food. Yeah. So we went to this new place in Astoria that has been under construction for like 3 years.
Yes, it's called Slider.
SLDR.
It's a burger place, and it's a really
Not even a burger. It's a slider.
it's
place.
a slider place. I thought a burger place. And
Yeah. You would think that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess it was dumb of me to think that a place named after a different type of burger would have regular burgers. But
No. And they were $5 each, and they're little itty bitties.
right. So the place is really cool looking.
It looks cool.
The inside's really cool. We get there and we order milkshakes.
We get you milkshakes, and you ask what kind they have. And
Oh, yeah. The guy looks at me and goes, "So we have these flavors, but we also mix them
if you want.
if you want." I was like, "Oh, great. I'll do a chocolate and vanilla." And he's like, "Hold on." And he prints the receipt out. He goes, "I got to write that down because we don't normally do that."
Immediately contradicts himself.
I was like, "I thought you mix flavors."
You're the one that put the idea in your head.
Yeah, I wasn't going to do that.
Yeah. So immediately I'm like, all right, that's pretty weird. I just get one slider and fries, and I get a vanilla milkshake. Big fan of those. And we sit down, you and me joke around for like 45 minutes, and I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
These burgers are small.
Yeah.
What is going on?
And we look and no burgers are on the fryer.
None.
Nothing. Everyone's
Nothing's on
eating.
The grill is empty.
So
The
then
chefs are standing around. It's one of those places where you can see the chefs.
Yes. So they're just standing around, and the guy that he was younger than us, the guy behind the register, comes rushing over, and he goes, "So we're gonna have to do regular milkshakes. We're really overwhelmed right now. I can't do that mixed thing." And I was like, "Yeah, that's fine." And then he goes, "Steven, right?" And I go, "Yeah, it's Steven. Is that the order of things, or was
No.
Oh,
No,
it's not.
What happened? I'm sorry, man. Sorry to skip around, but what he comes over and says, "Steven, right?" And you go, "Yeah." You're like, "We lost your ticket. What did you guys have?"
That's right.
And we had already paid.
Yes.
So we have to get this order right, or else we lose money.
Or steal money if we wanted to. We could.
Yeah, but if we added some extra stuff, you'd be like, "That doesn't sound right."
Right.
So we had to get exactly it. Again, we say the order. I want a vanilla milkshake. You want a chocolate and vanilla milkshake, fries, burger. And finally, he brings the food, and it seems like another half hour.
Well, remember another guy came out and was going, you go up. At one point, I hear a guy say my name, but then he walks over to somebody else.
Yeah.
And then you go up and go over to them.
Yeah, and they're like, no, your order's not ready yet. Okay. So we sit back down. The guy that says he can hook us up with the milkshakes comes over with the food. He puts the food down, and then he drops a chocolate milkshake for you.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Sorry, we're just really busy." And he couldn't do the chocolate vanilla thing.
Yes, that's right.
So then I go, huh? Like, what? You just going to go do this? Like, I'm like, "Steven, are you sure you're okay with this? Because you were promised a mix."
Yeah, I
you go-
immediately folded. I was like, it's fine, whatever.
Yeah, but I'm already mad because he just was so like matter of fact about it.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he leaves, I notice I have a chocolate milkshake too, and I want a vanilla.
Here comes my favorite part.
So I go up. I'm like, "That's it." I take the chocolate milkshake. I go up to the counter and I go, "Hey man, I wanted vanilla." And he goes, "Yeah, I told you we're really busy." And I go, "What?" It's like if we ordered a burger, he dropped off spaghetti and meatballs. "Hey, have this. We're really busy." You get it, right?
Like, I can understand if he leaves out half of my ingredients, but
Yes.
the chocolate milkshake is partially what I ordered.
I know.
But to give you an entirely different flavor.
And just be like, "Have it, because I'm busy. Eat this."
Doesn't know if you have an allergy to chocolate.
No. Doesn't know if I would have some kind of PTSD where I was eating chocolate and
Yeah, your Galactus gloop, you know?
yeah, right. I could have been in like some sort of like, I'm a Yugoslavian refugee who just ate his first chocolate bar when there's a NATO strike happening,
Right.
and I can't eat chocolate without thinking of my blown up family. He doesn't care.
Jeez.
Or something, I don't know, but I could have happened.
No, you're probably right.
This could have happened to somebody. Could have happened to me. He didn't know. And the etiquette, it's just so infuriating because the etiquette is, "Hey man, we accidentally made you a chocolate. Is that okay? If not, I'll just take it off your bill."
Right.
I get you, and then that way I'm like, "I get you're busy. No, I don't want chocolate. Yes, I'd just rather have the money taken off." But no, he just shoved the chocolate in my face, and it was so like it was just like a bully,
Yeah.
I get customer service at fast casual or whatever that is.
Right. But
You shouldn't expect too much at like a fast casual place.
for you to come back and go, "This is a totally wrong order," and him be like, "We're busy."
And then he said, before even saying that, "I told you."
That's right. I told you we're busy. We're busy. I can't give you what you ordered.
No, we're isn't that the busy exception? "Hey, yeah, I haven't paid my taxes. I'm really busy. Can I not have to pay them?"
Yeah,
I paid a different amount because I'm really busy.
I didn't pay my taxes because I'm busy, but here's a pool floaty. I know I have to give you something.
Yeah, I know I need like an ID and a credit card to rent a car, but how about just this hamburger wrapper?
And here's a picture of my footprint.
Yeah. here's some screenshots from Instagram. Is this a ID enough?
Yeah, yeah.
It kind of looks like me.
I know you want a character witness, and that guy was my pilot. Does that, does that count?
I was, and normally, and then I came back. So I'm like, what? You just take it off the receipt. I don't want it. And then this other guy.
Yeah, I look over and you got the whole staff surrounding you, like a call to action.
Yeah, because I'm like, I'm no way am I in the wrong here. He's
Right.
trying to like make me seem like I'm in the wrong because he's busy, but
Right.
I got something I didn't order. I don't. I think this would hold up at any court of law.
No, I 100% agree.
Any international court.
I was satisfied because I got half of what I wanted. So I was like, all right, this will do. But you were totally robbed.
And I don't like chocolate milkshakes.
Yeah.
I don't in the vanilla. So this other guy who I never saw before, I don't know who he was. He wasn't even wearing a uniform. He walks over and goes, wait, I'll wait for you right now. What did you want? I ordered vanilla milkshake. Okay, got you. Sit over there. I got you. And then the other guy doesn't say anything. No sorries.
Doesn't look at us the rest of the time we're there either.
No.
And I was getting nervous because
Oh, wait. Well, first of all, we got to tell you, everybody, it wasn't that busy.
it wasn't that busy.
The ultimate reveal is there was like 2 people waiting for their burgers,
Yeah.
and then you and me were the only people in there.
And in their defense, they might have had some Grubhub or whatever. But anyways,
Grubba hubba.
Grubhubbabaloo. Here was my favorite part. You know where I'm going. Well, my favorite part was I told you we're busy. But the thing that gave me the most anxiety, but I was proud of you. I mentioned this.
I came back all like red-faced, and you were like,
But
man,
then-
you've come around a lot.
Yes.
And I go, I think it's the therapy.
Yes.
I think because
Shout out to Jen.
shout out to our therapist, because I think before therapy I'd have been like, oh, okay, I get it. Everyone's busy sometimes, even though
Yeah.
this is a kind of a paid service I paid for.
I think I got to take how quickly I folded to Jen next week. But
Well, did you really want chocolate and vanilla?
I did, but I wasn't overwhelmed with that want. The guy suggested it to me. If the guy
Yes.
didn't suggest it to me, I probably would have just got chocolate. So he put me through that anxiety.
And that's what made me mad when he came over. When I first got pre-mad is when he told you, like, doesn't matter, buddy, eat it.
Yeah.
Eat it. Take it or leave it, buddy.
Yeah, and they lost the ticket, all that stuff. But
And it took forever.
so that caused me a lot of stress. But what caused me stress and pride at the same time, and I'm telling you, man, this was like a movie scene. You calmed down once you started eating.
Yeah, that made me feel better.
Physically, the symptoms of anger went away.
I know. I was angry.
And we're eating and we're talking, and then you go, I think I'm going to say something when we leave. And I'm like, what? And you're like, yeah, I'm going to say, sorry you're so busy. And I was like, oh, and I laugh, and I'm like, oh, he's doing a bit. And then you take another bite, and you go, I'm going to do it.
Because it was empty. It was so empty in there.
But you did it in a way where I was like, he's saying this so calm, it's scary. You know? And there's a difference between, I'm going to kill you, and I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, well, if I get a sorry and what made me so mad.
Yeah, you got no acknowledgement of wrong on his side.
Yes, I'm being mistreated. And what made me so mad is I went out Sunday or Saturday. I got to a bar in the Upper West Side. I got sliders, coincidentally. And I ordered something else, and they were like, came over. They're like, I'm so sorry, we don't have what you ordered, but I'm gonna comp your next drink. And at the end of the meal, they brought over a shot, and they said, so sorry about it. Here's gonna be a free shot. I'm so sorry about the inconvenience. And I was like, whoa, this is above and beyond customer service.
Yeah.
And then literally the next day,
Yeah.
we get Goofus, Mick Poo Poo Pants at the slider place.
Yeah, and he keeps giving us grimace. And
it's Grimace, yeah.
yeah, we were hamburgled.
I felt like a fry kid.
Yeah. I can't believe you thought that was going to slide her. But
That's what he should have said. Come on, guys, let it slide her.
If he gave us a bunch of puns, we would have let him off with it.
It's all water sliding under the bridge.
Come on, guys, just relax and catch up.
No need to relish this moment.
Come on, we've all been there.
Bun there. Well, you can lead a horseradish to water.
Let us pray.
Hey guys, I just want to apologize. This might sound a little cheesy, but
Yeah.
I've got to make it up to you.
You told me you could mix flavor. You must-turd me wrong.
Stirred? Oh,
Must-turd me wrong.
mustard. Oh, or mustard, because milkshakes.
Oh, shaken mustard.
Yeah, no need to get milk shaken up about this.
Yeah. Well, here's a twist.
Here's a twist cone.
If he gave us any of those, we would have let him off.
Oh my God. Yes.
But
Slushy fund.
that was great.
So then, you got to finish the setup. So I said, I think I'm going to say it because I'm so mad. I got no apology. The place is empty.
Yes.
We're told to eat not what we ordered because they're busy, but they're not. So I'm going to walk out. I'm going to look at them and go, hey, sorry you're so busy, with the most sarcastic, oozing with passive aggression I could possibly muster.
Right.
Yellow muster. So we walk out. Oh, you want to finish the story? So because it's like long. It's a long place.
So
we're all the way at the end, and the register is by the exit.
And I'm behind you, and we're walking out, and I'm like, and the guy's looking down at the register or something. He's looking straight down, possibly because we're walking by.
He looks down in shame.
He looks down, and I see you look at him, and I'm like, here we go. And then you just keep walking, and we walk outside.
Because he didn't look up.
No, he didn't look up. And I go, I knew you wouldn't do it. And it was a good laugh. But I'm glad you didn't do it.
Yeah. I felt like if he looked at us, I might have said it. But he just looked so embarrassed. Or, just didn't seem like it was necessary.
And I know I was that guy when I was the register person that didn't want to have that job, and they made a mistake, and then it's just more conflict, and you're like, I hate my teenage life, that kind of situation. So I understand him not wanting to look up to face
to face the world or face us.
Face both. face the mistake.
Maybe, yeah. I did. I was customer service. But I would never. What made me mad, and panickers relate, because I get it. We've all been the anxious worker, and jobs suck, and blah blah blah. But he was such like a Mr. He was like one of the good fellas when we were ordering. Hey guys, well I recommend the milkshakes. Hey, he was funny. He was like, I recommend the Greek slider. That's good.
Oh, that was so
And
funny.
I was like, I'll have the American. I'll have the plain.
And
Thank
you led with saying, what do you recommend? And he's like, get this. And you're like, all right, I'm going to get what I want.
I don't think I didn't ask him.
I thought you did.
No. He was just saying things he likes.
Oh.
That's what infuriated me.
Yeah, he was king of the castle until he made a mistake.
King of the castle, yeah, until, the battering ram of...
I can't wait till he's a car dealer, and I show up, and I'm like, hey, I'd like a 4-door whatever sedan, and he comes and he goes, hey, we're really busy. Here's half a car.
Here's a steering wheel and a seat.
And a trunk.
Yeah, make it work. We're really busy.
Yeah.
Even though you paid for a whole car. So, yeah, I've been in the customer service, food runner, busboy. I was a bartender for one day, which is really stressful. And I did apologize if I made a mistake, and I owned up to it. I didn't, force my mistake on the person.
Right.
I didn't, force them against their consent to have what they didn't want.
I never forced anything on anybody, but I know probably there was times where I was wrong and was too stubborn to admit it because I was young. But I never made anyone take something that they didn't ask for ever.
I've talked about this. People always try to take advantage of the socially anxious. They're like, they're not going to say anything. Like you have to lower your cable bill by calling, and you gotta say no to the free trial unless or you get signed up automatically.
Yes.
You know, you gotta like.
That's a good point.
Do be assertive, like like companies try to take advantage of people who won't speak up.
Right.
You know, which is just sickening and gross. You know, so. I lost my train of thought. Oh my god.
I think you made a great point just now.
Oh, yeah, but I felt like he was trying to do that. Like, oh yeah, I got my train of thought back. He was trying to do that. Like, maybe we look nervous. Maybe we look like the type that wouldn't do anything. But he's like, here, I'm gonna make my life easier by making your life a little more difficult.
Right.
And we paid first. And you tipped him.
I did tip him.
All right, everybody. Sorry.
I tipped him ahead of time.
I'm getting worked up. I need another burger.
I know a bad little place around here.
We got a free couple hours. We can go.
I'm kidding. The food was good. And I'll give it.
The food was okay. It was okay.
It was all right.
The milkshake tasted weird. Oh, what's funny is I didn't like my milkshake anyway. So I gave you half of my vanilla.
Yeah, ended up getting...
So you ended up getting what you wanted.
Ended up paying twice for for one thing.
Paying double.
Yeah. So we have a lot of topics today, and we want to make sure we get into as many as possible. So I'm going to start right to the quick here with Jasmine Abroad. What makes me anxious is when someone whose face you can't place starts walking towards you and obviously they recognize you.
Oh, my God, yeah. Where they go, you get the eyebrow raise.
Oh, God. The hey.
And I cannot play it off.
I've had a new one recently, a new move.
Okay.
That is only going to work for so long, but I always go, man, have I seen you since the pandemic? And then that gives me some time.
Oh.
I go, hey, have I seen you since the pandemic? And then they're like, oh, probably not. And then I catch up with them, and name never comes up. If I go with something deeper than surface, and that has helped.
Okay. And then what kind of response do you get back?
Well, then they'll tell me what they did during it, or
it's a conversation.
What's the change that's happened? Yeah, because I don't know how to be like, hey, how's it going, and keep walking. I talk to everybody.
Yeah, I always, if somebody does that to me, depending on the way they do it, I'm like, well, that was rude. You know, I always feel like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, this person's got me now until they're done with with me.
Yeah, I always go. I always try to play it off. They go, hey. I go, hey. They go, you don't remember me, right? And I go, no, I do. Then they're like, what's my name?
You've had that? You've had that?
I think so.
I can't do that. So I mean, I've thankfully I have never had to get to the name part. I'm pretty good at I know some tricks from some friends, like great to see you again. Or no, sorry, great to see you. You don't say again. You say it's great to see you.
Yeah, great to see you. Or yeah, because you want to say that instead of nice to meet you.
You don't never say meet.
No.
And don't say again because maybe they know you from social media, but you haven't met in person.
Yes. Yeah, what makes me angry, or what's slightly annoying, is the opposite of the recognize, but you don't, where they kind of almost pretend to recognize you in a weird way. Like if you show up to an event early and there's some guy there that's like, hey, what's going on? How are you? How was your day? And I'm like, it was good. And he's like, how about those Mets? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I'm racking my brain like, who is this guy? I forget. I black out drunk and meet this person. What is going on? And then he goes, by the way, my name's Bill. I'm like, open with that.
Yeah, I get some people that assume I don't remember them. And that makes me feel bad.
That's me. I assume nobody remembers me.
Yeah.
I'm like, by the way, my name's Andrew, and they're like, yeah, I met you 50 times.
Yeah.
I know you. Oh, so okay. Sometimes people forget.
So as far as someone walking towards you and you don't know their name, I've owned up to it a couple times, being like, "Look, I know we've hung out many times, or I know we've met before. I'm real bad at names. I've done that, and I've put it all on me, and just be like, I truly am bad at them. That's worked sometimes, but I, for the most part, don't address it at all, and hope that somebody else knows it. Or you hear it at one point during the party or whatever. But if it's on the street thing, I don't bring it up at all.
Yeah, I pretend to know everybody and at all times. I remember being a new comic in New York, and I wave hi to everybody. Hi, hey, how's it going? And didn't remember anybody, never met anybody. And then there was one time where a guy was like, it was at a stand-up New York holiday party. And I was like, hey, what's going on? Hey, everybody. And they're like, who are you? And I go, I'm Andrew. And then the bartender goes to the guy next to me, is this guy a comedian? And the guy goes, I never seen this guy in my life. And they're like, yeah, we're going to have to ask you to leave. I'm like, okay, sorry.
Oh. Oh, man.
I don't think I've ever been back. Except that time you headlined.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I was like 3 or 4 months into comedy. And
Why'd they have you leave?
it was comedians only.
Oh, man.
And I couldn't be like, yes, I am. I did the open mic.
Wow. All right, well, we're going to keep going here. This one's from Ethan. Hi, first time sending anything in. This alone is making me super anxious. Anyways, I'm going to be on vacation sometime next month, but soon enough that I have to start packing, and I'm worried that I'm going to forget something important. And every time I think about packing, I start thinking about everything I would possibly need, and then I'm afraid I'm going to pack too much.
Yes.
Anything you could suggest? I know you guys are on the road a lot, so I thought maybe you could help.
Yeah, you should go first. I feel like you're more responsible with this stuff.
Yeah, I'll give you my packing routine. Hopefully it is helpful. I have started leaving my swimsuit in my suitcase because I always forget
Yeah, it's a good idea.
my swimsuit.
And you never use it here.
You never use it at home.
Right.
And
unless you have a pool.
And pretty much all pools you're going to interact with, yes, unless you have a pool. All pools I interact with are on the road.
Yeah, in the hotels.
Yeah. So stuff and anything that's equivalent to that. If you're traveling, like when you only hike when you're traveling, I would put your hiking stuff in your suitcase and leave it in there. I also have travel toiletries that I leave in my suitcase sometimes, or I have a travel bag that I leave them in and never take them out, and I just pack the travel bag.
That's good.
I always pack 2 pairs of shoes. One that is going to be for shows for me, but if you're going to go out to dinner and stuff nice, pack those shoes and wear the hiking recreational shoes on the plane.
I do that too.
I pack 2 extra pairs of underwear, 1 extra t-shirt.
Meaning like more days than you need?
Yes.
Like one more day. So if you're going away for 5, you'll pack 6 pairs of underwear?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
7 pairs of underwear.
Oh, 2 extra pairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because sometimes I've had it like, I'm not having accidents, but I am like, I go out, when I'm on the road, I go out during the day and walk around. And if I've already showered, now I'm all sweaty, maybe I want to change for the shows.
Yeah, or you could be stuck in a freak rainstorm,
situation.
and then your pants are soaked.
Yes. Bring pajamas. I always forget about that. Like stuff that, like, let's say you had to go down to the ice machine in the hall and it's the middle of the night. You don't necessarily want to put on jeans to walk down the hall, but you shouldn't be going around in your underwear. That kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Really, it's if it's vacation, yeah, I think that's I mean, I pack dress shirts, t-shirts, pants. I rarely pack shorts, but if I do, it's probably a pair of basketball shorts for working out and walking around. And toiletries go in my suitcase. That's basically it. I try to keep everything out of my backpack if it's possible.
Okay.
And then backpacks, notebooks, laptop and chargers, and water bottle.
Cool.
As far as not forgetting anything, I pack the day before, usually.
So that's all good. What I do is I make an iPhone note of everything I need to be packed, and I kind of look at that every time and add to it. So on that note is iPhone charger, iWatch charger, iWatch or Apple Watch. I pack double the underwear, so if I'm going for 3 days, I'll pack 6. Double the socks because I'm too anxious. I won't be able to relax if I don't have enough underwear.
Yeah.
And same thing, shoes. I pack flip-flops for the hallway in the hotel and all that because just slip them on. I don't need to put on socks for the shoes.
Right.
You know, same thing, bathing suit, even though I somehow always end up leaving it at home somehow.
Same.
Like I'm packing and then it falls out or something.
That was my big problem.
But I put that on the list, so keep that in mind. And then like a snack for the plane because
yes, that's a big one.
Because like I find myself, especially if it's like one of those east to west coast, super hungry, and sometimes they cancel the food service if there's turbulence.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm just starving and upset. So I always get like you can bring in a water bottle that's empty and you can fill it up at the airport because they have one of these fountain things.
Yeah.
So I bring in like an empty. I usually buy a bottle of water. I'll drink it in security. Then I can put it in the bag and run it through because it's empty.
Right.
Then I fill it up again because I need water for the plane.
Yeah.
Because they might not have the service or something. So just keep that in mind. The most infuriating thing is when they cancel that service because you're extra thirsty.
Yes.
And I always forget this, but bring the neck pillow because that really helps, and you can put it around the other way and then kind of like it keeps your
on
head
your shoulder. Yeah.
You can relax your head. But also it stays up.
Yeah.
So you're not like falling forward. And that's it, I think. The toiletries, put that all on the list. But make sure you get that iPhone charger because that's the thing everyone forgets.
I think, yeah.
Or Android.
So, Ethan, I would prepared to forget something. That the anxiety of forgetting something can be helpful. So I'm like, what am I gonna really be tortured if I forget?
Yes.
And that's chargers,
yeah,
underwear,
socks,
and like you can go get another t-shirt if something gets stained. You can get a cheap t-shirt or whatever. Like you can get a single t-shirt, but you'd have to buy a whole pack of underwear if you forgot underwear or that kind of stuff. So that all that eventually helps. A big thing is nobody likes it when somebody opens the overhead thing and takes their suitcase out and gets something out of their suitcase.
Yes.
So put anything that you're gonna need in the seat, in your backpack, or whatever your under the seat in front of you bag is, because nobody wants you going through your suitcase from the overhead.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you. You do that.
No, but
okay.
I just remembered a story that I think I forgot to tell.
Oh.
Where there's all this etiquette where you deplane, it's called.
Yeah.
From the front to the back.
Yeah.
And you let people in front of you go and grab their bag, and then you go. And there was I was on the aisle, and the man in the middle was this older man with his wife who was super old. I think they had to be like 90 years old. And he looked at me and goes, "I got a connection. I got to get out." And I go, "Huh?" Like we were not even like at the gate yet. I go, "Okay." I get up. He's so like frantic. I get up, and then he just like sits where I'm sitting, and I'm standing, and then people in the front start to leave, and he gets up, and there's this other old woman in the other aisle in front of our two seats, just like elbows up, and he's like, "I got to get through," and I'm like, well, you got to talk to her. And she looks around and says, she looks over at him and says, you're going to wait your turn. And this old man was like, all right. He just sat in my seat and I had to stand awkwardly between these two old people.
I have a lot of issues with the deplaning.
She wouldn't let him leave.
She did the right thing.
He also didn't. I think it was his first time on a plane because he kept asking me, are all these people going to Grand Rapids? Because
That's where it's landing.
And I'm like, yeah, they're not going to. I said sarcastically, yeah, we're going to make a couple of stops on the way, like a bus.
Oh, no.
And he goes, oh. And I go, I'm just kidding. Everyone's going to Grand Rapids. He goes, really? Everybody? And I go, yeah. That's how a plane works.
Yeah. It's
He couldn't believe this many people are going to go to one town.
The deplaning, my least favorite thing is when the people get on late and the bags, the overhead has been taken in their spots.
Yeah.
So they have to put a bag behind their seat. So once the plane lands, those people shoot up and run to their bag. And it's like, just accept that you were late, and then this is the consequence.
And just wait, yeah.
Or ask,
Yeah.
excuse me, my bag is right there. Is there any way you could get that for me? I would really appreciate it. I'm not trying to push everybody around.
You know who would be late? The slider guy. He would be late, pushing people around.
He'd be like, he'd hand me my bag and go, it's really busy up there. You gotta take this.
He'd hand you somebody else's bag.
This is your bag now.
Take this. I'm really busy.
Oh man.
Well, you're gonna have a great trip. Who was the name again?
It was Ethan.
Ethan. You're gonna have a great time.
Yeah. Have fun on your vacation, Ethan. We have one more Instagram one. This is from Jack Elva Art, and she says watching the show Euphoria gives her anxiety.
Yeah, I only saw season 1. Have you seen that show?
I haven't seen it.
It's about like these high school kids that like do drugs and, you know, like party and rave and all these like crazy stuff that I never did when I was.
I know you're describing a show, but you do sound like an old man complaining.
Yeah.
I've been watching these kids. They rave and do drugs.
They rave and they stay up late on a school night. And they don't delete their spam emails and they're
and they're all going to Grand Rapids.
They're all going to Grand. Can you believe it? All these people going to Grand Rapids. Yeah. So I guess the anxiety of that show would be like, well, that's not what I was like when I was in high school. You know, in prom, I was playing a LAN party computer with my friends.
And it can be triggering if you're someone that has trouble partying, and by trouble I mean, you know, all sorts of things. But like I remember our mutual friend Joe. There's a
Joe List.
There who is sober for a long time now. I remember there's this Twitter page called Nightclub Photos.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I find them hilarious.
Yeah, they're always like half open.
Yeah,
the eyes are half open.
And there's people
sweaty.
Like, in group photos, and one of them's puking on another person in the photo.
Yeah.
So I think they're very funny, and Caitlin and I laugh at them. But Caitlin and I are not sober people.
Yeah.
So then I mentioned it to Joe. I'm like, have you checked out this Nightclub Photos page? And he goes, is it going to trigger me?
Oh.
And I was like, that is a very smart thing that I never thought of. So it's like, that's a thing that I think shows can be doing that we might not realize is, oh, this is actually causing some anxiety for me unintentionally, but it's like letting off a little warning thing in your head.
You know, it's funny. He always has that friend, Jason, who always comes over, and Jason always chugs beer like right next to Joe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that should be the ultimate trigger. You're seeing and smelling and looking at a guy drinking.
Right.
But I mean, Joe doesn't seem bothered by that. But it'd be interesting but I guess triggers come in different forms.
Triggers, I think, yes. So I find that very interesting. So maybe that is one of the reasons that's happening. And
Oh my God, the thing on your eyelid was just
huge.
I thought that was like a wart.
I'm glad you let me.
Well, I thought that
have you
was
been
like
staring at it this whole time?
I was looking at it a couple times. Yeah, I thought that was like a skin tag you had on your eyelid. That's
Nope,
that
was just crust.
It was just crust. Did you take a nap or something?
No, that's been on my eye all day, and no one's told me.
Because they think it's a part of your skin. I'm not gonna point it out like a sociopath. If I knew it was wipeable, I would have said something. I didn't. I thought it looked like your skin. It looked like it was. What was your skin? It was crusty skin. That thing
It
looked
was an
like
eye booger.
you look like Robert the Bruce's dad in Braveheart. Have you seen that movie?
No, but I.
Oh my God! You've never seen Braveheart?
No.
Oh my God!
What's harder to believe, that wasn't a wart, or that I haven't seen Braveheart?
What the heck?
That thing on my eye was so big, I think I had a heart. I was wondering why I was tilting my head to the side like this.
Oh, that's right. 'Cause
Weighed
I
down.
showed you that clip where the guy throws his gay son's lover out the window.
Oh, so
And-
funny.
And I forgot you didn't see it, but oh my God, we got to watch it one day.
I'll gladly watch Braveheart with you.
It's on Prime, Amazon Prime.
Let's watch it some night.
It's one of my favorite movies.
Have you watched it with Joe?
I don't know.
We could do a movie hang.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, he's in England right now,
Yeah,
so
That's true.
That's big. Takes place in England.
that's true. I saw him. He's got a half painted face. It's the only reference I can make.
Oh man. Well, anyway, you look like that guy's dad. When we watch it, you'll laugh.
Great.
So the guy's dad has leprosy.
Oh,
So,
great.
What other topics we got?
That was all our Instagram. Let's get into our Twitter here. All right. This is from Evan Biggs. I just got a new job and I am really nervous to transition. I would assume into the job.
I guess. Yeah. Nervous to transition to the new job.
Must be a different field. Well, I think we've talked about this before, but I do think you get some leniency up top.
Yeah, we did talk about this before.
Yeah.
Yeah, the leniency it helps everything.
Yeah.
Because if you hit the ground and they're already like giving you crap and not really training you and not preparing you, then it's a bad place anyway. And you should start looking for others. But if they're like, oh, let's train you and get you up to speed, and
yeah,
that process is pretty good. And then by the time that's over, you're good to go, I feel like.
Yes. I think, that everybody's pretty understanding when it's you being new at something. Everyone has been new at something and knows what that feels like.
Yeah. And you got to figure out the system. Every job has its own computer system, if it's a desk job, or its own tools, if it's like construction or something, you know?
Yeah. No, I think, Evan, you'll be okay. And just pay attention when people are training you. Because I know that you've had it where people didn't, and you're training for that much longer.
Yeah. I've had it. I've had nightmare jobs. One time I worked at this place called BJ's, the wholesale club.
I know BJ's.
Oh, wow.
There was BJ's in Syracuse.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So I did the training. I thought like I get like a free membership, and I don't know what I was expecting, but they made us watch this video of like one of those actors, and then I think it was BJ himself.
BJ's a person?
I think so, or whoever the CEO was talking about BJ's, and they're like, basically the video concluded by saying, and we keep prices low by minimizing employee benefits. So they're like, So we're not going to give you any free memberships. You get 10% off your membership only. You don't get 10% off any of the merchandise. And then we had to we got this big employee manual and we had to go around reading one paragraph at a time. And I think I was like, I don't like this at all. I don't like how they're talking to us like we're babies and making us read this manual out loud. They don't trust us that we can just read this.
Right.
They have to make us do like kindergarten reading time. And I literally walked out of that training and never came back. I think I looked at another job.
Well, you did the right thing. That's
and I still got paid $20 for
you
the
think
day.
they'd pay you in bulk?
I got paid in M&Ms.
All right. So I want to say this name right. Mikhail, Mikhiel.
I think it's Mikhail.
Mikhail.
Or you
All
could just say Michael.
Could be Michael.
Spelled in the Eastern European fashion.
Yes. So they wrote in, I lost my grandpa after New Year's Day. So sorry. Fought with my insurance to have surgery on a dead bone.
Ooh.
Blood clots in both lungs and behind knee arose from complications. Fell and injured my shoulder, crashing a knee. They're also giving the dates for each thing that happened.
Okay.
So the dead bones March. The blood clot knee arose from complications. That's in May. Fell and injured my shoulder, crashing a knee in April, requiring surgery. Can't have surgery till the clots are gone, which is in September.
These all sound like sequel titles, like The Collector 2, Dead Bone. Collector 3, Car Accident, Injured Your Shoulder.
Coming March 22nd.
March 27th.
Blood clots in both lungs.
Blood clots in both lungs. Antonio Banderas stars as blood clot. Bruce Willis is both lungs. They're a crime-fighting duo.
With Samuel L. Jackson as the shoulder surgeon. Well, I'm sick of these blood clots. All right. So, first of all, so sorry you're having all these health situations. Very sorry for your loss. It is very frustrating when, you're having medical problems now, but they can't do anything until they're free. That's a lot of stressful things. So sorry to hear all of that. Do you have any advice?
For the blood clots and all that stuff? His dad's dead too?
Grandpa.
Oh, Grandpa. The dead bone. I never heard of that.
I've never heard of a dead bone either.
I've heard of a dead tooth. I've had one of those.
Yeah, I've seen dead tooth. I've had crust on my eyeball.
Crust on both.
Crust
clot.
Cheese crust.
Well, I got to tell you, man, it sucks. Bad things happen. They usually, when it rains, it pours. That usually happens to me when I have one bad thing. Oh, okay. I need new oil. Okay, oops. I got a flat tire too. Oops. I got a speeding ticket. Oops. I parked illegally.
Yeah.
So I end up having like $1,000 worth of bills and crap I didn't plan for, but all seems to domino effect at once. I don't know what the universe does. You ever notice that? Like if I get one parking ticket, I immediately get another one somehow.
Yeah.
And then I won't get one for like a year.
I was I had a gig in Philly, and by the way, we're not comparing these anxieties to yours, Michael, but we're talking about when it piles up. I left before 3 o'clock to get to Philly for an 8 o'clock show, and I got there at 7:45.
Oh my God!
That's how much traffic I hit.
Oh my God!
And
Friday, was it Friday?
It was Friday,
but
I left earlier than I would normally.
That Eastern corridor is just...
It was unbelievable.
It's indescribable how awful it is.
So at one point, I got stuck in the intersection because of how backed up the traffic was. And a traffic cop comes running over to me and has me roll my window down and just hands me a ticket.
Oh, my God. Was this in New York or Philly?
New York.
They hang around.
They hang around.
Yeah, they hang around, and I've seen it happen to people in front of me where I'm stopped, and the guy will go, and then these two guys will pop up.
Yep.
And they know a lot of people get stuck there, and I feel like those cops are just
making their quota
like crazy. It's the easiest ticket to write.
Yeah.
Because you don't know when you're going to be stuck in an intersection sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Because traffic's going and then it stops and you're stuck. It's kind of like musical chairs.
It really
in the intersection.
is. I wish I didn't win, but
how much is the ticket? 140?
No.
More or less?
Less. It was.
That's good.
It was not. It wasn't bad, other than it was a ticket.
$50?
Yeah, something like that. I remember being like, okay, this is all right, but it was still felt like I got tagged in a game I didn't know I was playing. But yeah, it's when you're stressed, more things pop up, and it's unfortunate. And I wish I had advice other than focusing on what you can control and doing things that make you feel relaxed. And
Well, I got advice for you, man. On your ticket, and this goes to anyone in New York City. Because sometimes there'll be points on your license. Does you do know or no?
Not on mine.
Like the ticket, does it say you could potentially get points?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, you schedule a hearing, and then you go on the website like a couple weeks before the hearing, and you get that hearing moved, and you keep getting it moved till it's after the 2-year window where the points disappear off your license.
Yeah.
Because then if you get convicted, the date of your conviction goes back to when you got the ticket. And then if it's been 3 years, then it's like you never got it on your license. And maybe for your insurance. So I don't know. It is a lot to work to do. And you have to make sure to reschedule that.
Oh, I just
pay it, I guess. Pay it. Yeah, just pay it. Anyways, everybody.
Isn't it crazy with the two options? I picked the one with less work.
Yeah. Well, it's $50.
Yeah. This one is a huge topic.
Oh God.
Very controversial right now.
Oh no.
But so we probably won't answer it to the lengths that we can because of time. But Miles wrote in.
Oh no. Miles, Patreon member.
Yes. Politicians complete disregard. It's basically the abortion topic.
Oh my God.
Which I know is very stressful for so many people right now.
And I mean, to me, that goes hand in hand with the gun control topic. We got to somebody wrote in about that.
Yeah.
Who wrote in? Who was the name of the person?
I'm looking for that right now.
Okay. Well, malls and the school shooting, people who are anxious about that. I mean, like we said before, you got to control the things you can't control, or you got to control the things you can control. And this is like my own thing. Let me get your thoughts on this. But when I get frustrated about the news or a headline, I kind of like just start cleaning my house because it takes out like the aggression of a bad headline, and it is something I can change immediately.
Yeah,
It
is. By the way, it's there was Michael Lucchese, I believe, and then another Michael. It doesn't have his last name. Who both brought up the shooting topic.
I think what's going to happen is all the millennials and Gen Z people have to age into being politicians, and then like tremendous things will change because right now everyone is kind of old,
It is. It's unfortunate.
Like the president is old, and the senators are all old, and all the congressmen, most of them are all old. So they kind of don't want to do anything drastic, and nothing really drastic has really happened, except for the healthcare for all.
Yeah,
I wasn't even that much for all.
I mean, I thought. I know. I thought we were. Doing okay, I making progress, but it's little steps.
Yeah, it's little steps. Yeah,
and they're very little, and it's very upsetting, and it's unfortunate, and it is other people's bodies they're trying to control, which is not great. And the other stuff is it's all too deep for a comedy angle, but it's all frustrating. So I agree. Just focusing on what you can control does get out some of that frustration.
Yeah, and I mean, the Supreme Court now kicked it to the states, and some states already outlawed it. But
Yeah.
if you have the ability, just move to a different state or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something you can do immediately. I mean, it's a pain in the butt to move.
I mean, David Tell has that great joke. He's like, he looks at his phone and he goes, my lady's flight just got delayed in Texas, so I guess we're having that baby."
Oh my God, that's like brand new then. It's a brand new joke.
And it's like, right now all you can do is, I mean, for me, the message I'm trying to make is like, well, you can make jokes until because it's nothing we can do.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel ya. So it's brutal. Yeah, I mean, you just gotta keep the hope alive. The things that will change one day, and in the meantime, focus on things you control and donate and
Yes.
do things.
Yes.
But make sure it's not like a crooked company or something.
Yes.
I guess-
Look into what you donate to, because I've had it where they keep taking. It's not always a one-time donation.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
I will. This one is also. I want to give a shout out to JBT, who said, "My friend is making me feel anxious because they're saying they don't want to be around anymore."
JBT is Bell.
Yes. And I wrote to her separately, just on some more serious things, being like, make sure that they're okay, make sure they're not alone, and that kind of stuff. So just want to put it out there to anybody that's feeling that way. Always write in and listen to us, listen to anything that makes you feel supported and not alone.
If you feel that way, suicidal, I mean, always. I had a friend who worked in a suicide hotline, and she said, we try to reinforce hope in these people. You know, like there's going to be a tomorrow, and
yes,
a lot of times you get so bogged down that it's hard to see that things can get better and things can change. And suicide hotline, there's a suicide hotline. It's free. Call it.
yes.
I know it's hard to say, but it's easier to said than done. But if you need help, I mean, that's there, and it's anonymous, and there's people who are trained to counsel you.
Yes.
And it's so sad. This like heavy metal band I liked, the singer killed themselves like a week ago, and I don't know the guy, but I know his music, and it was hard just for me, secondhand grief.
Yeah. Everyone. There are people in your lives that love you.
Yes. And when you take your life away, it will crush them, and it will crush people who don't even know them.
Yeah.
Or know you.
Yeah. It stinks that everything's a little. I mean, we try to keep it light on the show. I know there's a lot of things all happening at once, and I hope everyone is all right, and I hope that we're helping by making fun of a slider place. And
I know this really started out in a different tone completely.
Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of things have happened this past week that are making people more down than normal. And we do care. We just try to keep it light on the show because we're also not professionals in anything else.
Yeah, we don't pretend to be.
Yeah.
I think some podcasts, they pretend to be.
Yeah, we're normal guys, just like everyone listening, that are very nervous about the things that you're also nervous about. And
this is good advice I learned from our mutual therapist. Something was bothering me, and she told me, just picture anytime that thought comes up, picture it throwing it in a wave, the ocean wave, and watch it. And I go, and this is so me. I go, yeah, like at a beach or like.
You needed to know where it was.
Yeah, I'm like, if it's at a beach, you throw it in, the waves might push it back to you. And she's like, yeah, the middle of the ocean. Yeah, the middle of the ocean. And I'm like, well, it could like kind of float there. So I'm like, what about a river?
She's like, I want to throw you into a body of water.
I'm like, what about What about like a river with a big current? She's like, fine, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying.
She's like, please float away.
I'm not throwing you a lifesaver.
And we got a last one from Beggar Amazing.
Oh, cool.
That feeling that I'm totally unaware of my actual reality and people laugh at me for it.
Okay. Are you on the metaverse, Beggar? Yeah, you got one of those headsets?
I think I know what he's talking about. Just worried that you're not tuned into what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
And
it's hard to be. Things change so fast all the time.
I know. I mean, unfortunately, like the other topics, a lot of things are happening at once, but sometimes you're like, I don't know what's going on. Or you think that you're left out, or you... Like, well, we're both socially anxious, so that's a common thing, is feeling like the weirdo in the situation.
Yeah, all the time. And what's bad is, like, if you're too quiet, they're like, oh, who's this guy? And then you start talking because you're nervous, and then people are like, what? That's even worse.
Yeah, they're like, you were doing great before.
Yeah, just kind of be quiet and creepy. But the Daniel Simonson, it's a great... I think it's Colbert where he talks about
it's one of the best sets
the quiet
ever.
guy, because he's like, I like the barbecue because I can be quiet here. And then when people are like, this guy's a little quiet,
you just change locations.
Change locations, leave that group, go to another.
And you just start being quiet over here. He goes, this is perfect for our, go check out Daniel Simonson on the Late Show with Stephen Colbert. If you have social anxiety or any anxiety at all, it's a really good set about anxiety.
And it's so funny, and it's so true when we hang out with him. He is very quiet.
Yes.
And I feel like I have to talk to him because I think he's so funny.
He's so great.
But he's like that. He's like his joke.
The best line of that set, which will be great for anyone listening, he goes, did you know you can ruin a party without saying anything? So
Steven, we got to have him on. I
didn't even think about it until just now.
Oh, my God.
We got to have him on.
That would be such a good episode.
I can't believe we haven't thought of this.
Oh, my God. All right.
We'll work on it.
But
everybody, listen, your homework is to watch that set. It's the best set ever. I had an anxiety set on Colbert, and his is just so good.
I'll try to put the link in the description.
It's so good. But we gotta wrap it up here. Thank you everybody for listening. Going by the topics, it's a hard week for everybody, and just want to say we feel for you. I know I feel bad that all I've experienced then is jokes, so I wish I could do more to help people, but...
No, you had some insight here.
No, I know. We're making them laugh, so hopefully that's helping easing the situation. But, I care for all the people that listen, so I wish I could do more.
Yeah. Well, Beggar's coming into this show. I mean, this is going to be taped and released, but you're going to be out of town, but DeVito's having a show, and Beggar's coming, and he wants a shirt.
Oh, so, that's great.
So I'll talk to him about the Dimension stuff or whatever.
Perfect. Cool. Thank you everybody for listening. Thank you so much. $5 a month gets you 4 extra bonus episodes on the Patreon.
Yeah, we should put the last one or ones up tomorrow.
Yes. And I think that's roughly it.
Yeah, that's it, everybody. Thanks for listening on YouTube, and share the love. And we're growing every day.
Yes.
The Patreon's growing. Kevin Brown's a new member.
Yes, Kevin Brown, thank you so much. And stay tuned for the outro.
Stay tuned, everybody.